Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Part two of this. I started off with a 2-inch square this time, and I'm going to show you why I did that. So I'm just going to start from scratch in case people didn't watch the first one, which you could probably watch the first one. It's got a lot of information. So I made a 2-inch square, and then I made a duplicate of that. Well, I messed up and didn't put this in the center of the page. So I'm going to just, you want to start in the center. That's one way. Why is because you can have that like that. Now we need to put a line across there. You go from right there to right there because that's a big deal. Now we're going to take our Smart Fill tool. Let's see what it's set on. Let's make it 3 inches. Smart Fill. And I apologize for the ones that, but I found out something that's really going to change if you decide to make this. So I made an outline. I'm not grouping those together. I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate. And while getting the two-sided arrow, I'm going to bring that in and Control D, Control D. Quite a few. But then what I learned, I'm trying to do something else, and I might even make part 3. I'm going to fill it all in with black and then go right here to combine. And I do not know why combine does that. It fills in every other line. Now we want to get rid of that center line, so I'm going to right-click No Outline. I'm going to Control G to group it, Control D to duplicate it, get the two-sided arrow and come down, group that together, Control G. I'm going to move over a little bit. Control D to duplicate it and rotate it 90 degrees. Now we can move these circles out of the way, and I'll keep my square. Take away that line. Well, I can move that, grab that, and I can still put P, put that in the center of page. Now I'm going to group this and hit P. Now I'm going to grab that box. See, I know I don't have the boxes. The bounding box is too big. So I'm going to move that out of the way for a second. And that way I don't need to be in the center anymore. So now I've got my box, and I'm going to go to the drop shadow tool and just kind of swings across and go to inner shadow. And that's what I want. That's too much. And you can always play with the numbers up here instead of doing what I'm doing. You can change these numbers. But that's the effect I kind of wanted. Now I'm going to take away the outline. I wanted that box because I wanted to do something with that shadow. And I tried a couple of different things, and the best thing I found is take the virtual segment delete key and just swipe and cut these out. Now, I don't know what size my box is right now, but I'm going to Control G to group it. And we're at 2.06. I want to make it 2. Then I'm going to set my nudge factor on 2. And I'm hoping this is going to look as good as I thought it would. Okay, see the line between it? So what we're going to have to do is change it to the nudge to like 1.96, let's say. You're not going to be able to tell the difference. Oh, 1.96. I put 600. So somewhere 600 inches away. And see that maybe it's not going to be as cool as I thought. One other thing we could try, because it ought to be symmetrical, is Control D and then mirror it this way. Yeah, see, we got that line, but now you could set your nudge factor like 0.02 and grab that and get rid of that line. That's pretty cool. Control, hit the plus key. See how the shadow got deeper? Because of the fact that so I'm getting rid of the line every time. This is going to be pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and group them, Control G, Control D. And we could nudge them down, but I'm trying to get that star pattern. That's going to be pretty special. Let's see if we have a line. Yep. So I'm just going to nudge them up just a hair, get rid of that line. Control G, Control D. And I'm going to go ahead and mirror them again and then move this up just a little bit, get rid of the line. And maybe not as cool as I thought it was going to be, but it does have that um, wispy, continuous pattern with shadow. Almost, I called the other video a pillow effect. I don't know why it just came in my head. This looks like tile. Anyway, hope that made a little bit of sense, and thank you for watching.